I saw the list, but LaVar wasn't on there, and I wanted to make sure that.
But of course.
I want to add.
So just that cool with the jump off. Just to catch everybody up, he was on First Take, which he had appeared numerous times. And I want to preface this by saying, I'm not a LaVar Ball fan, and because his son played for the Lakers, and I hate the Lakers, the less I see of him, the better. Now, he's not there anymore. He got traded to New Orleans. Neither here nor there. Anyway, he was on the show.
I agree with that. Everything he just said right there about that situation.
He was on the show, Philadelphia. And the host of the show, for those of you who don't know, who don't watch, it's Stephen A. Smith and Max Kellerman are the analyst, for lack of a better phrase. And the host is a female, Molly Karam.
Yes.
Karam. Anyway, Molly was talking to LaVar, interrupted him, and she said, let's switch gears for a moment. And LaVar Ball said back, we can switch gears anytime you want?
Yeah, you can switch gears anytime with me.
Right.
And just was laughing like, you can switch gears anytime with me.
He said that, and she had
matter of factly is how he said it,
weird pause, and
Stephen A. gave a look like this, like the ugly look at him, like, you know what I'm saying? So it was just a draw central originally from how it went off, like, you know what I'm saying?
And as a result of that interaction, ESPN has said that they will no longer have LaVar Ball on any of their platforms going forward. Like I said before, no dog in the fight, because I don't even like whatever. I respect his hustle, trying to build an empire just based off your boys and getting them that platform. I'm not mad at you for that.
Great father material, all that.
Exactly. But for them to make this stance and this declaration just based off him repeating what she said back to him, like,
he's a married man.
He comes off so scumbaggy, like they went out of their way to make him a martyr here.
Exactly.
Like,
for what?
So ridiculous.
They're basically trying to imply that there was some kind of
sexual
innuendo.
Yeah, right, like.
He's a married man. He ain't worried about
literally said back what she said, and they like he winked his eyes, licked his lips, none of that shit.
Did a movement, anything? Right. No, dog. He just was like,
you can switch gears anytime you want.
No.
That'd have been obvious.
Exactly, and disrespectful. She's also Jalen Rose's wife, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so no.
Somebody said ever since she got married to Jalen, she been acting a little funny. Yeah. But just a buddy of mine tweeted that. But
I've seen like footage where he's kind of said that before in different segments, man.
Well, I mean, if you say switch gears, you say it back. Like,
who does he say it wrong? You can switch gears with me anytime. All right, let's go, switch gears. Like, I mess with you, like, what's going on? Like, I didn't say anything. It's not like he even kept going on something after that. It was just that, like, meaning switching topics. He spoke about it. I saw the interview with him, and he was at somewhere, and somebody had a camera in his face, and he just was like, yeah, man, I was talking about switching gears, man. Switching topics, man. He was like, and said some joke, what I'm not even going to repeat for him right now, but basically that in the situation saying, like, all right, what do you mean I can't go on there no more? I don't work for them. I got my own show.
Yeah.
Like, I'm okay. Like, it's cool. Yeah. Like, what are y'all doing? Like, it's not even that deep. Cool. The Ball Foundation will continue on, and we good. Like, it's not even that deep.
Hopefully, he don't just start going to Fox Sports 1, because nobody watched that. I saw Chris Broussard like, damn, we still got a gig. Good for you, dog. But yeah, that joint is just like
Skip and Shannon, though. I can't hold you. That's the one. That's
what
the
else?
One. That's it. That's all I need, man.
Right, like
Shay, my man. I can't.
But I mean, and LaVar's going to continue to build, like, because his youngest son might be the best out the bunch, and he doesn't come out potentially most likely now. Next year, because he's signing to play professionally in Australia this coming year. Which one? Lamella.
Lamella.
Something. And so he'll be a lottery pick in the draft and a potential, good player in the NBA for years to come. So you want to get rid of him.
And listen, don't sleep. His son got something to prove over in New Orleans. And he's going to ball. I'm saying, like,
written totally on Lonzo either.
He growing up, so he gonna ball out there.
He's going there with the first pick,
and it's cool. And now when they ask for him to come back on in about 4 or 5, maybe a year or 2, he just gonna charge him up. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I would. Oh no, y'all put a ban on me. Y'all made sure y'all let it be known that y'all put like a ban on me. Like, dog, come on.
It sounds like somebody just had some animosity towards him, was looking for a reason to get rid of him. which I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, but for that, what the hell you got in the first place?
Yeah, exactly. Like you just
And
trying
then the next day, they're like, we're going to clean up our act, and they put on Dennis Rodman's goofy ass.
Exactly. With nail polish, he on first take. Like, come on, man. But you know, that's the ride, man. That's what he do, man.
He's a special kind of cat. Hell of a defender. Believe that. Get him on that court. No
He
scoring.
would be right now on a bike, riding that bike if he was not in the basketball court, because he was that dedicated. Like, he literally worked on cardio all day long, dog. Always running, always riding a little bike. Like, he's not playing around.
What's next?
Dealing with crazy white men.
Yeah.
That's also what Ryan.
North Koreans.
Yeah.
What's next?
Keep it local?
Oh man, yeah, I'm kind of salty.
Why is that?
You kind of confiscated all my cocaine.
Damn.
Man, so,
You too?
Yeah.
Wow. I ain't saying me.
Man,
I'm saying you too.
the plug was like, we gotta talk, man. Prices is going up right now. The streets is a little heavy right
there's
now,
some
man.
ramifications behind that.
Streets
Like,
is a little.
I gotta imagine that there's going to be a movie
drought. There's
about
gonna be a
drought. Yes, but I mean like a movie.
No, that's no drought.
About this, like at some point, years down the
You know what I'm
line.
saying?
Like,
That might honestly, in this
how much did they get?
close to $1 billion, they claim.
15,500 kilos.
15,500.
Yeah, man. Keys open doors. Yes,
Wow.
keys open doors.
See, the crazy thing about
You
this.
could have had like.
I know earlier you said we don't talk about Donald Trump, right? So we don't really discuss on that. But it kind of shows you how ridiculous building a wall at the southern border is. It's not going to stop the flow of drugs coming into the country. If somebody can bring $1 billion worth of coke over, they have to be
That's one day.
they have to be a major player,
Of course.
and a major player isn't going to risk more coke than he can afford to lose.
Exactly.
So he's in a position that he can afford, or she
Exactly.
can afford
That
to lose
that syndicate
$1 billion
is dollars. That's a gimme.
of cocaine.
That was somewhere somebody got the miscommunication wrong. We need it.
Now people still
Y'all
gotta
gotta
pay for it. You still
Exactly.
want my coke,
Y'all had
but I'm not going to put all my coke on that boat.
Oh no, y'all gonna wind up giving me my coke back. Y'all take it initially, but I'm gonna wind up getting my shit back. So you already know how
So
that's
building
going.
a wall isn't going to stop the flow of drugs. You have to build a border wall, a sea wall, a sky wall. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is
And then
it's ridiculous.
somebody's gonna come up from the ground. Like there's
They already got told,
always
yeah, it's
gonna
like-
be a way.
What was the joint called, Tyree, where they had the joints around the neck where they was killing boys, the cartel joint that had.
Oh, it was like
MS-13?
it was like
You mean
a
MS-13?
no, it was like a
The
wire.
movie.
It was like a wire. and they
Remember
would
the
tighten
movie?
it.
You know what I'm talking about?
Brad Pitt. And
Yeah,
cut his
Brad
fingers off.
Pitt,
Yeah.
what was the
Yeah,
joint?
yeah.
The accountant, not the accountant, like
Oh, the counselor.
the counselor. Yes, yes.
You should think about the seriousness of your situation, counselor. The world in which you made the decision is different from the world that we live in now. Are
Exactly.
you saying I can see my wife? No.
No.
Not at all.
It was a
I'm not saying
dude that killed him on and rode up on a bicycle, like on a 10-speed or something like
Yeah.
that.
And I think they called it like a bolito or something like
Exactly.
that. The joint just kept
Yeah,
cranking, kept cranking.
He got his fingers caught in
Yeah,
Exactly.
like bye-bye fingers.
Bye.
Oh yeah, no.
You're not getting out of here. They called them in London on that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Trying to get out. No.
Like, man,
Nah, dog, so listen.
razor wire.
That was a gimme by the cartel or whoever that was that went on down there in Philly. That little season.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, what y'all about to do? Y'all not about to burn all that white, dog. Where is that going?
And that's one of those things where they tell you we got $1 billion.
Exactly.
You say
They hit you with, yeah, exactly.
It could be 30.
It could have been 30,000 kilos of cocaine.
Exactly. Exactly.
You don't really know.
Exactly.
I mean, it just seems like it was a lot.
It was down the Navy Yard.
Yeah.
Down the yard, baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, but they got that going through daily. Like, you remember, like,
Is that so? You know this for a fact? I'm just saying, man. You're saying a lot right now on this camera, dog.
listen, dog, I don't know. I'm not incriminating.
Right. All right. That's all. Just clean it up.
Guess what? This is business as usual. Period. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't saying nothing that don't nobody really know. I'm just never saying nothing like I know people that do it.
It's just
Fuck
that demand,
You know what I'm saying?
that demand for it. You know what I mean? So I mean, and it's not.
And who knows if this was his final destination? It
That's
could have
what I
been
was
on
gonna
his
say,
way
like,
to
maybe
points due east.
Like 7,000 kilos is going to stop here.
Right,
and 7,000
right.
So, you know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, man.
Maybe be somebody in Brussels like, what happened where?
Putting up a wall isn't going to stop the flow.
Remember the
You have to
shit
stop
on
the
Viceland?
demand for it.
With homie Omar, it was the first
Black Market.
Black Market, the first
Great
one, the
show,
New Jersey
great
Drive
show. Yeah.
episode. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just think about how that port with the cars going over to Nigeria and all like that. Like, we talking about the sea. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, them big, like, seriously, like, it's going over, dog. It's going down regardless. So when I'm saying daily, I'm not bullshitting it either daily or weekly. Like, them things is slipping in them cargoes. They was slipping cars in them fucking cargoes all the way in the back, all crazy. Like, I remember from that Viceland joint. So it's nothing to package some white properly in them big ass joints. Like, are you kidding me? Like,
You got to
You know how I go on them
major
stats?
operations.
Season 2 taught you that. One of the best seasons. Just to take that back there. You know what I'm talking about?
Exactly.
We
The
can
docs.
Visit that for a
The
second.
the
Tucker
docs
has
is
the best theme song. They had that gutter white dude. Like, it was give you what you need right there.
and more, as I get older, it grows on me.
That's all
And
it's
definitely-
about, respect.
You know what I'm saying?
It accrues.
And it respects because it definitely is needed, and it's a major intricate part in the whole game.
Keep it all
You know
together.
what I'm saying?
Keep it all
But
together.
15,000 kilos.
Damn.
You got to have a major operation to produce all that.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like who was in charge of going to make sure that situation was cool? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, it's traveling through, so somebody gotta be there. That gotta be the point man, a point situation for that. And it's like, what do you
It's
mean,
likely
Pepe?
that people, right?
You're supposed to pay certain people off.
Pepe, that was for the whole East Coast.
And the people who likely dropped the ball
Your wife.
are nowhere near.
Your wife, Pepe.
They're nowhere near this coast, and they ain't nowhere near us. And they probably done got dealt with days ago. Like, they are already ashes or entombed in their appropriate location. And you know, shout out Tay.
You know what I'm
Life
saying?
goes on.
The game, man.
Yeah, man. Like,
The game is the game. Always. You know?
Don't get involved.
Hey, man, I know earlier. I was talking to somebody, a reformed convict friend of mine that I met at the bar, I hadn't seen in years, and he was just talking to me, and I'm like, listen, man. He said, man, I got out good, man. I only did like 19 months in like a little boot camp. I said, man, I got out the best. I ain't do shit. I wasn't fucking with them. You know what I'm saying? I knew I wasn't cut out for it. I wasn't leaving mama with them thoughts at all.
Right,
Couldn't do it. Seen too many niggas getting booked or pinged off of here, man. Like, no, I mean, I understand how it goes down and why, and salute to those that made it out and did their thing, but nigga, it is.
Yeah, man.
It's a hell of a risk.
I mean, I'm quite sure about this table. We got people that ain't here no more, be it physically or, you know, whatever, as a result of it. So, yeah, tough business.
Yeah, man.
UPS is iron.
Don't be mad.
It's not as lucrative, but it's legit.
You got to start somewhere.
But no, he messed up because
I hear
you
the
got
people that drive them trucks make like a nice chip
No, they
change.
do.
They
No,
make
no,
like
you
70, 80,000 a year or
all
something
day
like that.
long.
Who's making that?
The UPS truck driver.
Over 100 grand with overtime.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, dog. You get to the truck driving salary.
Right. So you know.
in there, dog. That raised money, and them joints be coming back like bang, bang, bang. Like, I mean, so all you gotta get with a mom.
And you just get to park wherever the hell you want and do whatever the hell you need to do and block traffic and be an ass. So there's that added bonus. So yeah, why not?
My UPS dude's cool. He's always on time.
Right, because you're blocking the damn street to make sure you get what
I
you
mean,
got.
that's a part of the
Because I
gig.
used to get those guys that would lie about delivering the packages. They would say they delivered it, they didn't actually deliver it. You know what I mean? It's
I mean, these are so first world problems,
Yeah, I
especially
know.
with like crime and shit. Like, I order it right now. Would it be here Wednesday? Maybe even tomorrow. Like 6 to 8 week shipping. Like that was a real thing in our youth.
and
Like,
those dudes are like phantoms.
Right.
They'll ring the bell, you get to the door, ain't nobody there. It's just a package. And then it took time to take a picture. Like, I was here.
I dropped it off an hour ago. Nigga.
right.
I got the smoker to come bring your bell.
You
I
run out
told
to the
you.
middle of the street, you'll see a car that way or that way.
And then you see a picture of you grabbing it. They emailed you like, what the hell?
It's like, man, this boat rappel down.
Fam, I've seen the cars that go around taking the pictures for the directions and everything, like, you know, when you plug in a direction or whatever, an address, and to give you the actual picture, like the Google Maps
Google
picture.
Earth jump.
Yeah, dog.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, yo, how you
Somebody
get that
gotta do
gig?
it.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Where you sign up at that? You just drive around with a crazy car that got a nut ass camera, crazy camera on the top, and just slowly
Take
pop,
pictures.
pop. Like, come on, man.
I
Yo,
was also reading, speaking of insane cocaine money and UPS and finding other alternative routes for money. In West Texas, apparently there's like an oil boom, and
again?
your average citizen can make $100,000 a year just driving down there. Right now it's like kind of like new age
driving
San Francisco gold rush, driving for the oil companies.
Oh, driving the trucks, like flying whatever.
Yeah, whatever you need to get from point A
Oh,
to
you got
point
that
B.
CDL, you get money.
Right, like, and if there's 100 stacks for doing that, there got to be other positions down there that's getting you money. So if
You said
people-
West Texas?
yeah,
Oh, all right.
West Texas, man. So
You know what I'm saying?
You got a CDL.
Go get low for
If
6
you don't,
months.
get one, right?
one.
Yeah, like, and it was crazy because the article, it was like this one dude, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm tired of this one company, and I know like 12 other companies. I know representatives there, so whenever I want, I can just go there." Like, it's like they're like, the reason it's so lucrative is because people are outbidding each other to get your services. So it's like a seller's market, you know what I mean? At this point, so sell your services. If you need some bread, get your ass to West Texas.
Sort of like that in Philly with real estate right now. Definitely
Yeah,
the seller's
man.
market, baby.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. Moving right along.
Speaking of crazy, man,
Crazy.
stay out of the Dominican Republic.
Listen,
You can't even be Big Poppy in the Dominican
listen,
Republic.
that we can
Right. You can't even be famous.
we can
without
probably
getting
get
dealt
the show
with.
on the DR. Like this is gonna last the duration of this shit right here because you got
I was
so many levels.
Tentatively, very so preliminarily, set to go to the Dominican Republic next spring. I'm not going.
Baby, don't do it.
I'm not going.
No,
Like, I mean,
listen, I was there. Crazy enough, my honeymoon back, you know, in the good old days was 10 years ago in 09, and it was in motherfucking Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. And I remember telling all you niggas, had a good time, but seen some wild shit, and also my stomach had some shit going on with it because I was stupid enough, me and my lady was stupid enough to drink at some point in time the regular water. Like, we just didn't do bottle the whole time. Okay? But then
raw water.
yeah, we was on vacation chilling, just one thinking about nothing, like, all right, come
I
on
mean,
with a
because
clear.
above all else, you're vacationing, which means that there's alcohol involved. So the last thing you think, I'm thirsty, let me just get some water.
This is like basic stuff
Understand.
and like, you know, got the all-inclusive, so this like maybe at breakfast.
Right.
But by lunch,
like a
it's
glass of water.
exactly. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
you
they
would
bring,
think that that's okay. They bring
you know
it
what
out.
I'm saying?
Like,
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
Pictures,
They
stuff like
pouring
that.
it for you in the picture the whole nine, but you know, no.
Right.
But like third, fourth night, one of them nights I was down the whole night. You know what I'm saying? And it was all because of the water. You know what I'm saying?
The
And
heart.
then I realized people was talking about it like, yeah, don't drink the water. Make sure you get bottled water. All right, cool. We fast forward 10 years. Like, let's do all that to fast forward 10 years now. You can't drink shit.
Right.
Like, not from the mini bar. Like, you got to make sure, like, everything is cool. Like, they said the mini bar water had bleach in it. I got a story with a sister who came back and she was severely sick, but fortunately for her, she survived so far. But she said her water had fucking bleach in it.
Wow.
Like, this is mini bar shit.
It's and you got to be clear too. Their mini bars aren't like those prepackaged sealed bottles. It's like alcohol on tap.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's what's kind of wild about it. So I guess alcohol is in a case, in a lock case.
In real life, since there's been alcohol, people been bootlegging alcohol.
That's
Yeah,
what I was going to say.
exactly.
I'm not faulting.
Yeah.
Because and since it's
Yeah.
happened at so many different locations, it's got to be whoever the distributor is getting the alcohol from. They might be unaware that it's some bootleg liquor, or maybe they're not.
Right. Like,
It's a whole process. Like, this is a country. This is a third world country.
And the thing is that all
Like,
these
real
people
talk.
who get sick, and I think at this point it's been like 10 Americans.
Right.
We don't know how many other people who have gotten sick who weren't Americans.
Right.
And it's at least 10 because
No, it's 10 that done
as
died.
more die, right?
Yeah.
As the stories continue to break, more people come forward. Like, I got
About
sick,
being
I got
sick
sick,
there,
I got
right,
sick, I got
right,
sick, I got
right,
sick. So I don't know if it's the bootleg liquor, because all these people are getting sick after they have a drink from the mini
water is
bar,
terrible.
and then some people are dying. Like, you know, couples, like the black couple from Maryland, they were found dead together. I can see one person getting sick.
Heart
When both
attacks,
people get sick from drinking,
crazy
something
stomach
from the mini
aches
bar.
that's killing people. Like, dog, like they taking
the hell out of that.
Exactly.
The bootleggers aren't doing a good job bootlegging.
Like, this is
they're
a
just putting
whole
whatever in the
this is a
summer.
whole situation right now. Like, they're doing something else out there. And listen, like I said, I knew, like, after going there that one time, not for nothing, between the crazy, like, you know, people begging on the beach, you know what I'm saying, trying to just come at you constantly for whatever, you know what I'm saying, but you expect that, but whatever, it was a little crazy, but who cares, it was still paradise. But between that and then when we did four-wheelers out there, dog, all right, and we rode through, like, the real area, it was third world crazy. Like, when we went up to this crazy beach, it was a big, nasty, like, bathing joint. It was horses drinking out that joint.
Bathing joint.
Like something like this. Like, let's say like this.
Like
right
a body
here.
of water.
Exactly.
Okay.
And this is like where, like, I see going up. I
Like
see
locals would go there to bathe.
Get what I'm about to tell you. Going up, I see young boys in there bathing with this brownish water on them and doing this, that, and the third. On the way coming back, it's horses drinking out of that joint.
Yeah.
And the cattle and whatever else over there. You get what I'm saying? Like, so, like, come on, dog. Like, it was real. Like, so yeah, dog.
I heard people have gotten sick drinking from the mini bar. I've heard people have gotten sick. They walked into their rooms. It's like,
Wait, this is juice. I'm sorry, I'm digressing.
It's missing something. So they walked into their rooms and they had this overpowering, like, really heavy chemical kind of smell. So I've been hearing, like, it's pesticides. Maybe they're using some bootleg pesticides.
Last thing you want to think about
spraying.
on vacation is this going to, like, end my life? Like, you
That's
go
what I
there
mean.
to indulge, you go there to overlive, you go there to
Man.
just let loose, be free. Like, I'm popping bottles, I'm doing whatever I got to do. And
People
that shit poison?
Yo, people have gone there, said they smell strange smells in the room, right? Felt sick the next day, going to the doctor. Turns out when they got back home, they had, I guess, like a U.S. doctor do, like, a further investigation or whatever, examination. They've had, like, lesions on their lungs from whatever it is that they inhaled. I don't know what's going on. It's really bad for tourism, so they need to get to the bottom of it. Like,
Yo, but the whole thing is, the homie, like the president or whoever, the ambassador of the country, trying to sit.
trying to downplay
He
it.
trying to play this like this cool, like, yeah, it's no big
Every
deal.
year
No,
there are deaths in
No.
tourism.
But what do you expect them to say? Oh, no, we have a serial killer working at an alcohol factory.
no, but I'd be like,
Poisoning
listen,
everybody.
it's
You
not
know,
that. Like, no, this is we're going to check into this because it's a high level right now. This is just out of the blue, and this is way too much going on. Let us.
And now
check it.
you do expect, when you have a big, when tourism is your main industry out there, you do expect deaths of foreigners because foreigners are coming there all the time.
I ain't hearing that from Hawaii.
Nobody drove in the midst.
I ain't hearing that from Bahamas.
But see, that's what I was going to say. Like, we don't have this going on in Jamaica.
Even Puerto Rico,
You know,
I ain't hearing niggas out, like, you know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. Like, you can't just disregard, like, oh, well, this kind of thing happens. Like, no.
dog, like, no.
There's something unique going on.
Like, it's too much of a pattern for a reason. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And
These
the other
people are
time you
dying
hear
close
about a
together.
death,
And drinking from the mini bar.
Exactly.
Any other time you hear about, like, a vacation death, it might be like somebody, like, taking a selfie, like, on the edge of some dumb shit, or, you know, like, falling, or like the same pattern of deaths. No.
This is a whole movie.
And then there was, like, a few at, like, the same location, like a Hard Rock.
The Hard Rock joins, another joint, La Plata or something like that. Like, no.
And it can't be disgruntled employees working someplace because, you know, there's like
This is a Charlie Hustle.
sex tourism thing
Exactly.
going on in the Dominican Republic
All day
too.
long.
You know, so
you
somebody
get you
could
a shorty-
really
you get
detest
you a shorty for that.
foreigners, people
Yeah,
coming
I mean-
there. You aren't just there for the resorts; they're also there for the sex tourism.
Oh, no, you had your little shorty for some strange change, baby. You know what I mean? All week long. You
If
know?
somebody kills you're Dominican, some sex tourist strangles or kills your sister or your brother. You know what I'm saying? Or something like that. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, and it's like, oh, no, you might have a vendetta against tourists.
Vendetta.
But listen,
I'll
if
put
you ain't
bleach
worried
in the
about the water, you can't just chill neither. Because listen, the nigga who put the Dominican Republic on his back and been
That's what
doing
I'm
them
saying.
for 15, 20 years, just got bust up. in his own.
I heard it was mistaken identity.
Nah, ain't no mistake. Ortiz is like Gandhi out there for them.
You mix them up.
You get what I'm saying? Like Ortiz is a different specimen out there. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's his country. Like, you know what I'm saying? He done put money back into that, all crazy, built it up. Like, no, for the last 15 years. So you know who Ortiz is. Y'all know he in the building.
You know he got money and everybody.
Somebody said, listen. And it's a bunch of angles of that, because the original angle was that, you know what I'm saying? Poppy was popping, you know what I'm saying?
Allegations.
What was the boy named? Sosa. Messing with Sosa.
He was messing
Sosa wife, man.
That's the coke supply. That's the
Dominican motherfucker.
That's the $1 billion coke supply.
Right. Yeah, so stay away if you can. If you already got your trip planned, I hope in anything in life you should be using insurance for things. So yeah, just keep that thing going and recoup what you can.
Listen, you got to go actually to the store out there, or like that's in the hotel that actually sells sealed liquor, or the duty-free zone, and go get your stuff, man. That's what we did from the rip anyway.
I don't want to mess up any country's tourism economy, but honestly, I would say to play it safe, I wouldn't even go until at least this starts to clear up.
But you know, it's people that done already paid and they already deep into it. That came
but you gambling.
Is it
you
worth
taking a
your
gamble
life?
with your life.
Oh, I ain't listen. I ain't going.
You're talking about people that paid in full, and they're like,
it's people I know that done went down there still, that done because they done paid for stuff and like.
Imagine getting to the hotel, you start seeing these stories on your first day.
right,
No idea. Not the hotel, dog. You hearing this on the plane going down there, dog? Like, honey, are we sure we should have did? We're not drinking anything from there. You understand?
Right.
We're going to get bottled water ourselves. Everything. We're going to buy it ourselves. Like, yo, cuz like. Nah,
That's wild.
Nah, babe. Right. The DR, man. I'm cool,
Don't
man.
gamble with your life.
I would get like gallons of water, poke a hole in like the shower. No, none of that. I'm not touching it, and it ain't touching me. Most importantly, shit.
Supposed to be on vacation.
Worried about this. This must be crazy.
Like you had to
Poke a hole in the bottle. I ain't getting enough water. Poke a hole in the hot.
Fry festival and shit, man.
Poke a hole in the
It's like a fire festival.
Like the fire festival, got you out here on some shit like this third world in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that money for that.
That was amazing. That story, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and they trying to bring it back. Josh said he would do it again. I bet you would, nigga. You need to check.
I mean, I got but so much sympathy for somebody who goes through life as an influencer. Like, you get what you pay for with that.
Expensive ass tickets. Yeah,
dumbass.
You gotta do me. Moving right along. What we got next?
Oh man, you just keep pacing.
You gotta do it, man. Look, man. The people want the
pick up the pieces
of our take.
Pick up the pieces.
Oh, this is the last one I had on my list. I don't know what else you guys got.
Man,
how you feel about bare knuckle fight?
How do I feel about bare knuckle fight?
Mickey involved?
Yeah.
Is
Mickey from Snatch involved? I need him involved.
I know if I Caravan.
Big man, that's for sure.
I'm not against it. Like any form of combat entertainment.
Only him.
Okay.
Only stop
just
with
like
the crazy combat shit out of the blue. We go from all over the place to how you feel about?
It's a recent thing. Like Molly Malignaggi just fought over the weekend. I don't know if you were talking about that.
Yeah. But more recent here because I've been seeing this in the UK.
Oh, forever.
Yeah.
They always been doing that.
I mean, it all emanates from bare knuckle from its core, but it's just a slower thing, Like nobody really wants to get punched bare in their raw face with the raw fist. Yeah. I mean, it's a thing in terms of I don't want to get hit, nor do I want to break multiple knuckles. So the padding makes for a more competitive fight or more entertaining
to some degree. But everybody says that.
I mean,
they still start.
There was like a comet that scorched the earth, and everybody was privy to it and saw it multiple times over when Kimbo Slice was here and he was in people's backyards beating the shit out of you with just these to the point where it got him to mixed martial arts. So it's always going to be entertaining if in the right platform.
Yeah, within the right
You're-
platform.
you're
And Kimbo's
alive.
like, his was different. It was a different point in time.
Rest well,
Yeah,
bro.
it was on some bad.
Yeah, it was the perfect time for him
Exactly.
to do what he did. It just
Slice.
the line.
Yeah, and it's unsanctioned.
Yeah.
You know,
Clearly.
Backyard, baby.
They still had those things. They still
Backyard,
had
baby.
those today,
You
but-
fresh off of work, nigga. All right, run your check.
Right. Of course they still have it. I mean, he
Run
brought,
your check, nigga.
especially once he brought that light to
Yeah,
it. They were
yeah.
like, his disciples and him, fight
Kimbo
somebody
Fight
based
Club
off his
right
name
now.
exactly. But its popularity has died down after that.
Yeah, it has. But the bare knuckle fight club.
It's underground, like how they like it, for real, for real. They don't want it mainstream. This type of fighting, for real, for real.
Well, that's what
it's
bare
like
knuckle is. It's mainstream in it.
Has it gotten there yet?
Yeah.
Like Paulie Malignaggi was just
it's not mainstream.
fighting. I mean, but to
It's
your
trying to
point,
get there, though.
somebody like Paulie Malignaggi,
Right,
I'm
former
obviously a
welterweight champ.
fight fanatic,
Oh,
so I know.
So
Paulie
we have to be
Malignaggi's
privy
fight.
to this. Yeah.
Paulie Malignaggi, welterweight, junior welterweight, I would categorize.
I've heard his name.
Feather fisted. Like
Yeah.
he never punched
Hard.
He
Yeah.
always punched to score points. And he was a defensive fighter primarily. So you think bare knuckle fight, you think somebody who probably the Kimbo's like Mike Tyson or Julian Jackson,
Somebody
that
really got handled
was,
like this.
somebody like that who just looking to knock somebody out and go on about their business. But here he is, not that type of fighter, but it still interests him. So that speaks to
But I
his
think that's what
reach.
his approach was wrong. Like I don't know if he figured he was going to come in and just like win really.
He got his ass whooped?
on point. Yeah,
Of course.
yeah. He fought a UFC fighter who really, if you're going to compare careers and records, his career paled in comparison to Malignaggi.
Well, no, he's a world class fighter. He fought
But he was
many,
like
many,
14
many
and
names.
15.
He what?
The UFC fighter was like 14 and 15. That was his record. He had like a losing record.
Yeah, okay, right,
You know what I
right.
mean? But you know what I mean? But still,
But not losing in the streets, motherfucker.
But I- but-
different,
but-
not
different
niggas
venue,
fuck up.
different genre,
But
yeah.
to what Tyree was saying, like, that UFC fighter brought a certain level, I guess, of aggression that kind of compensated
Yeah, for his lack of skill.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you need that in the bare knuckle boxing. Even though people say, you have to be more strategic because you don't want to break
Of
your
course.
hands. And you do, but when you watch these fights, they all
You
devolve.
have to
and
be
people
like
just
Mickey,
slinging
dog.
punches.
If
That's
you
what
ain't like
happens.
Mickey from Snatch,
I
you ain't
mean,
gonna fuck
at
around.
some
man.
point
gotta
you
step
gotta
back.
land. You can only be so defensive before you have
It's
to be
that- it's
aggressive.
that- it's that-
And like I said,
And
with
Paulie's face was all split
with
up.
Paulie-
man,
dog.
not being
You gonna
an
be, 'cause his
exceptionally-
quitters coming.
and not hitting hard.
because he's not a hard puncher. Like
That ain't gonna
at
hurt
the
nobody.
very most. At the very least, I mean, it's going to take him a while to hurt somebody, eventually stop him or get a decision. Like, whereas anybody else,
A big
most people
bruising
in bare knuckle,
motherfucker
they
is
try to
like,
hurt you.
what? Man,
Right.
Yeah, you would have to be a super defensive fighter if you
It's
can't
not a
hit hard.
scoring.
Yeah,
genre.
right.
It's a punishment
Yeah,
genre.
that's what it is.
Like,
exactly.
It
You gotta
is,
be Pernell
it is
Whitaker.
brutality.
And that's my other thing.
is
That's what, I don't
brutality.
know if I like that level of brutality being normalized.
But you loved Kimbo.
But I love
It's
Kimbo
technical.
as a not.
I sent me links, yo. You see this last
Yeah,
draw?
I
He
know.
fought two people.
Yeah, he did.
But put it to you like this: Kimbo was, and this should be like a delicacy. Like it's not your boxing. It's not your
agreed,
MMA.
agreed.
This is like the delicacy, but you can just fuck with that from time to time when you need it.
Right.
Like you know what I'm saying? This don't
True,
need, you know what I'm saying?
but
It wasn't. They're trying to make
if
this
it's
like,
going to be, if they're going to have an approach to mainstream, they can't just have one fight with Paulie Malignaggi pay-per-view today and then do something else like next March. Like there has to be continuity in order to get.
No, I get it because it's
Like,
listen. I get it. In the business,
and then it's up to you if you want to be a fan.
Yeah, exactly. On the business standpoint, you're trying to expand it because you see it bigger than you don't want it to be a delicacy. You want it to be up there. Like originally MMA, UFC,
Right, delicacy to
in
mainstream. Like, that's
so
the
you want to
blueprint I would
So
say.
I understand that aspect of it, but just when I think of that,
Sure. Yeah.
that's how I
absolutely.
always viewed it. That's how I
And
always
then
looked
it
at
was
it.
even
Like, you know
more
what I'm saying?
taboo than that. Pre-Kimbo. Like you would even
Yeah,
like it would
like,
just be
you know
like a dream thing. Like, oh, what if Tyson and Evander fought without like you know what I mean? It wouldn't be something that you would even be able to see in real
can't,
life.
no bullshit though. Like I ain't talking shit. I love my country. I wouldn't have it no other type of way. But like we be on some extra nut shit. Like everybody want to shoot everybody. Like over in the UK, like niggas be stabbing.
yeah, knife crime.
They have stabbing, bare knuckle fighting, and niggas will throw acid on you.
Wow.
Like they
That was
are
I just
different.
saw recent.
Yes, dog. Like that. Like it's different. Like I'm physical, nigga. I show you how to murder right. Like it's a little different type of situation they got going on over there.
Shot or have acid like
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, but part of the reason they don't have access to guns. I mean, they do. I mean, if you want guns,
No, you can get it, dog. But they don't play like that. They be stabbing niggas and be trying to rumble. Like, yeah, like it's old school. Like, you know. But
once again, just the brutality of it all. I think it's not.
Let's just go back to rumbling. How about that?
So the worst thing that I saw that was in any shape or form regulated, might have been some Eastern European country. It was like team mixed martial arts.
Yes, like 10 on 10. I've seen that before. Yeah.
As soon as that bell ring, it's like three of them go to the main board and just break his shit.
Yeah.
Like,
what? Yeah.
10 people in a cage. I mean, 20 people in a cage. 20 people in a cage. This is one team, this is the other team. The bell ring.
Everybody go ahead. So it's a Super Royal Rumble MMA style.
Right, exactly. Okay. With little to no rule or regulation. Like I said, it was nothing for a group of men to pounce on one dude just to make sure he is eliminated and he is no longer part of the equation. Like this shit was.
Like so, like if there was another person there, like me and you on squads, and we fighting him and Ty, and then somebody come over and just KO me, I'm done. Now it's 2 on you,
and they can do whatever they need doing.
Your odds of survival are increasing like this.
Right. You know that shit was like that was the most barbaric thing I think I've ever seen.
But it was kind of ridiculous. Like
it's absurd. It's like this isn't some kind of like war.
It's not some. That's what I'm saying. It's not some elite special forces boot camp. Everybody do that for survival. Just survive. Right. It's not about winning. Just last.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like they just did that for probably a small paycheck.
Right.
And you know that person 4 through 10 is way less skilled than person 1 through 3. So like it can't be balanced. It's not like you got 10 Supreme Fighters here, 10 Supreme Fighters here.
So after seeing that, when like the next team know, like yo, they coming to try to fuck you up. Like we gotta stay balanced to keep you together and rumble.
I mean, I only saw the one. I don't know how.
But I get what you're saying. When some shit like that go on, like you got to have your strategy together, basically, because
that's what you need.
They coming to fuck you up. Like because you said, but it's still even though because it's 10 niggas here. 10 niggas here.
So even on the scale, I mean, like I said, you don't know the skill level. It's as even as you fighting Lennox Lewis because you're both above 200 pounds.
Listen,
that makes you both heavyweights. Is that even?
Listen, man, let's go.
Okay, you get what I'm saying.
Let's go.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying?
But no, it's exactly what I get exactly what you're saying. And it's like, yeah, you would have to come up with some kind of strategy, and you got to start making teammates collateral damage. Like, yo, you can't really rumble like that. So you're gonna just go.
You're gonna have to take it on the shit. I'm gonna need you just running like this.
We're gonna form a little triangle.
And it's handling simple because you can be handling business and somebody come from behind you with the wop wop. You are sleepy time too.
Somebody dragging you.
Right, yeah. All right, he's to the side now. Moving on. Like, yeah, man, that joke was.
But it's just, I think here in America, we like a certain bit of classiness with our combat sports. That's why boxing is so.
Shit is changing.
But boxing, you got ropes. The guys wear nice trunks. There's
always a line.
Festival. UFC, you step in a chain link cage, they slam the gate behind you.
And actually, what they starting to love more.
Boxing, it's like.
But what are they starting to love more? They starting to love actually UFC and MMA more than they love boxing.
I wouldn't say that just yet.
I would.
I think boxing ebbs and flows.
I would.
I think we've been on an ebb, and now boxing with these heavyweights, however you feel about it, it's starting to flow back. Getting that
at the very core level, your most successful boxers are knocking the most successful mixed martial artists out of the water in terms of salary.
Exactly.
Per fight salary, like. The whole
much
UFC,
younger sport, I get that.
And I'm just giving you raw numbers that have nothing to do with nothing. But the whole UFC card might cost $10 million and 10, 20. Whereas the Errol Spence's, Terrence Crawford, Manny Pacquiao, Anthony Ruiz now, Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua's, Deontay Wilder are getting between 10 and 50. Not to mention that Floyd cashed the 9-figure payday. Like they're. Like, as long as they're all under that governing UFC thing, like, that's a pipe dream.
Yeah.
I mean, that's.
But in terms of mainstream.
But what I'm saying is, you just talked about, all right, I ain't say nothing about what the bread was doing. That's great.
But that's going to dictate who's watching the most. Like, who's getting paid. They're getting paid for reasons.
Yeah, they got the viewership.
Right.
Yeah, just the bare knuckle, it's the level of brutality with it. It's just, because they've already had like Dog Brothers, where dudes would be fighting with sticks. It's like, is that next? We're gonna have, it's gonna be some kind of weird knife fights. Like,
No.
it's just like seems like it's devolving.
But you say that, yet there's no more Pride. And I'm not saying Pride was like a de-evolutionized version of fighting, but it was very raw.
Right.
You know,
That's what
what
it's
you
about to
could
come
do.
to.
Right. And UFC kind of
The only thing you couldn't do in Pride was strike on top of the head, wasn't it?
maybe.
Yo, what was the back in the 80s? What was the Schwarzenegger movie when he was on the like a death game show? Like, you know what I'm saying?
The Running Man.
The Running Man.
That's next.
That joke was just on the Running Man.
Listen to me. 10, 15 years from now, you can quote me on this episode. I don't see that. Like 10, 15 years from now, it's gonna be some shit like that on
They
TV.
did that too, but I feel like somebody just redid
It's coming back, and it's gonna be here. 10, 15 years, I can see some shit like that on TV, dog. I hate to say it, but yeah, I can.
I don't know about seeing a death on television.
Nigga.
They
done been like dog. Think about
there
that.
have been those on TV.
Think
They
those
haven't-
tapes that
they-
banned
they-
from TV
no, they haven't. But that's still underground traded tape. But you can order it. But it's not just
Dog, and it's gonna be
on
on
Channel
some shit.
6.
No, but get what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's gonna be on Channel
Okay.
6, but what I'm saying is it's gonna be an option that you want to pay for that shit and watch that joint. You're gonna be able to. It's gonna be a category, a level for that shit. Like I can see it. Like this reality era and this whole shit we live in, it's only gonna evolve to some wild shit like that.
I could see something closer to Death Race than the Running Man, because the Running Man is somebody who.
But either or,
was
get what I'm
like
saying?
a
Either or, but
high,
get what I'm
doing
saying?
some shit
They
to
still
death.
both
But
go.
people thinking that they're good enough to be in a race where they can take other people out and there's that competitive element, and if it just happens to be the death, I'm not going to be the guy that dies. That's no different than, they got races now, like they got NASCAR now, like they got all types of crazy. If you watch real sports in different areas of the world, they got these.
Oh, the man.
I don't know the name,
Man.
but it was
Motorcycle
some
race.
shit.
No,
it was
but
a
it
bike
was-
joint.
Yeah,
It
it's
was
motorcycle. Bunch of dudes.
No,
It's
like
not
bicycle. Like, I forget where it was at, but like
you got
they
that-
hitting corners like they on like sleds, like they just people get hurt.
Listen, dog. And we're talking about the world. So in one area of the world, death race might be cool. In another area of the world, they love the fucking Running Man. You understand?
Yeah.
That's what it's gonna be. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm about to say, there's got to be a stand.
You know what I'm
Who's
saying?
backpacking?
You know what I'm saying? So it's just, unfortunately, I would like to say I don't think some things like that would happen.
Chechnya, I hear they get real busy in Chechnya.
Nah,
they,
but
they go high level with the
this level, this crazy shit that we live in now.
The low shit they do in Chechnya.
Yeah,
like,
Chechens ain't no
as soon as you hear that somebody might have
I know.
talked to somebody gay, everybody in the conversation's dead. In Chechnya, like they play for keeps over there.